Welcome to Closet Conversations with Regina and Tasha, where style meets substance and sisterhood speaks freely. That is us all day long. Welcome back, Tasha.
Hey, boo.
That hair is still giving.
Girl, giving me a headache. Yours looks so good, though.
Well, thank you. Like this middle part, I'm trying to like make it work, do a side part, whatever I can do here.
Yeah,
But
it's giving.
one thing you're gonna learn is that our hair is just gonna be given what it's gonna give. So it looks like this. We don't know what it'll look like at the end because
Okay,
it has a mind of its own. So
it does. You might
trust
see me
and
do a little
believe.
bit.
Make it happen. Well, if you don't know much about our podcast yet, know that we talk about truth, healing, friendship, and growth. Hard conversations are had in our closets. We're actually in our own closets, right? Uh, that's how we discuss these soft moments. And that's how we came up with this. I told Tasha I was in my closet, and she was like, wait a minute, let me get in my closet so we can have this conversation. Because, you got kids, you got
Yeah,
dogs, you got other human beings in your house, and you
yeah,
just need a place, and that's where we come. And we have these moments where we talk about things, but we're also empowering each other, and our podcast was created out of this space because we laugh. We got our intro right this time, Tasha.
we did. We got it this time. I was sitting here quiet, like, do not mess her up.
But you gotta understand, this is the reason why we do it. There's no rhyme or reason. We always start out one way, we end another, because
Yeah,
it's all about real talk on this show.
yes.
Real talk, real style, real sisterhood. And of course, please spread the love. Put out there closet conversations with Regina and Tasha. And Tasha has been working so great on our YouTube channel, TikTok, Facebook. Like, come out and see us out here in this real world. And we would like to do more conversations with you with your letters, closetconversation26 at Gmail, because Facebook be giving it. Like, Facebook shows us all the love,
Don't
like what's
they?
going on. They do, but Facebook is bougie too because we gotta wait 60 days before we can do anything on it.
That part.
So I'm over here making things happen, but we would like to go live once we hit
Yeah,
our 60-day mark. But we need to make sure that you guys handle us
sure.
correctly, right?
Okay.
And we always put our disclaimer up here because, again, these are shared experiences, our real life conversations. This is what we're talking about because this is not mental health. We're
No,
not professionals when it
no.
comes to that. Okay, so we just want to make sure that everybody is taken care of and that it's a safe space. And we like to protect, even our private lives. So you'll get a
Yeah,
sprinkle of all things, but we started a new segment. Tasha
we
came up with this new
did.
segment, right? And I never know what she's going to ask. So let's see what's going to happen. I might
I
flip
know.
it on you and make you answer the question too.
Okay, let's get into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
What's something you're waiting for the right time to start? And how might starting now change things?
Well, I actually did it
Oh,
because I was in that mental health world of doing trainings and doing all this. And I decided to send out the first email to say that I'm done. After 23
oh,
years. That was very
wow.
hard to do. Very, very hard
Yes.
to do. But I had been working on little things, but I have not put all my time and effort into it like I
Mhm.
should. And then Miss
Yeah.
Tasha said, "What are you waiting on?
I mean,
What are we doing here?"
you
Right?
know?
But I was so good in that field. Like, I can pat myself on the back. I was the
Yeah.
best that ever did it. I'm
Yeah.
saying it. I'm very good at what I do. And I'm like, why can't I put that same energy into this?
Yeah.
So it was a little scary to do. Now, do I
Mhm.
dabble in that? Yeah, consult, do that. But that's
Yeah.
what I was doing. And,
Yeah.
even what I do on the side from my other thing, it wasn't something that I was passionate about. It was just something that was like, hey, you should do this. And I did. And I did very well in that. So
Yeah.
why not do something that doesn't feel like you said a job,
Yeah. Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Because
We don't do them.
you, you've been done from a 9 to 5.
Done. Done.
I remember when you went back and I just happened to say, man, what you doing? She's like, I'm at work. Work.
Listen,
What
I
made
had
you do that? And you had to decide this ain't that job. No.
I don't think I could put out into the world what made me do that. Let's
Okay.
just say I had an 8-month moment, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes we act out of fear. And
Mhm.
we make wild and crazy decisions out of fear. But then I remembered who I was and said, I will not be returning tomorrow. And 8 months, I did that.
8 months. And that brings us to our topic today.
Yes.
When did we start settling?
Ooh, child. Um,
Because even with that, you had a moment, those 8 months, and
it was
you
long.
decide not to settle in that because it would have
I
been
did.
easy for you.
It would have been, I was being paid extremely well and
Mhm.
working from home in my office, so at the house. But um there's certain times when you make your way to a table that you know does not welcome you, and you
Mm.
have to decide how long you going to be at this table that you know don't want you here. Which is more valuable, your peace and who you are, than a paycheck and insurance that was coming from
Mm.
them paying for it versus what it was costing as an entrepreneur. So we'll leave that there. Um,
Yes, yes. Now I know what you're talking about because
okay.
settling doesn't usually feel like does it feel like you're giving up when you're settling, or do you feel like this is the space I'm supposed to be in? So many people ask those questions, and I'm like, I don't we settle in many things, from
Yeah.
relationships to friendships
Yeah.
to, oh my goodness, to our kids, like, "Oh, that's just so and so."
Careers. Yeah.
Careers, "Oh, yeah, no, we're
I
not
don't think
doing
anybody wakes up one day and it's like, "Imma settle right on into this today."
that.
It happens little by little, and, like, for me, I made a decision out of fear,
Mhm.
and, um, was it the best decision? Probably not. It actually
Yeah.
affected my life more than I realized mentally. So,
Mm.
but then one day it just clicked. It was like, "Girl, you've been working for yourself for almost 20 years. What you doing?"
I I had a moment where someone came. I was at an event, this big hospital out here. Someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, you need to come work for us. We'll create you a job." And I said,
See?
"All right."
See? That right there.
And I said, "Okay." So I did that, and then they was like, "Do a resume." I was like, "I worked for myself so long. I don't
Yeah.
resume, what does that mean?"
Yeah.
They changed my resume so many times to fit the description of the job, right? I was like, okay. And then I go through several interviews. Everybody loves me. Everybody this. Go
Cool.
to, and finally, I'm being told what the big dog wants to sit in. He never sits in. He
Mm.
sits in, and the way he's speaking to me, you know how that
Mm.
table?
Oh, I do.
And I said, "Oh, I'm interviewing you too." Because he said, "How'd you find out about this job?"
Mm.
I was like, "You came to me. Whether
Mhm.
it's you directly, it was somebody on your
Mhm. He was
team."
unaware. Yeah.
And so he was like, "What makes you think you can come and do this?" And I was like, "Oh, this conversation's got to end." And I
Yeah.
seen that lady because we were doing Zoom. I seen there was multiple people on the screen because they all had to ask me
Mhm.
questions.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Yeah, maybe this is not the right spot for me." But what got me was the person who asked me
Mhm.
never came back and said anything. I seen her again at that event, and I made sure I went to that event. And she was
Mhm.
like, "I was going to." I said, "That was a year ago. I hope everything worked out."
That part. Yeah.
'Cause
Um,
I would have settled because it was a big known this and a big known that. And then the way it made me feel, I was like, yeah, my spirit don't sit right with this. And yes, you'll be paying some good money, but absolutely not. And I wasn't the person for you because they came back and was like, well, everybody loved you, but he just thought that basically I came off a little rough. No, I gave you
yeah.
what you gave me.
Yeah,
So
you
when
you
we
gave
talk,
him back his own energy. You mirrored
yeah,
him. Yeah.
thank you. Like,
Um,
we always, as women, we settle in different things. We settle in friendships. And we talked
yeah.
about it
We
our last
did.
episode.
Yeah.
So
Um,
if you want to hear more about friendships, please make sure you look at the previous episode to this one.
for
But
sure.
friendships, how do we settle in that? What is your history
Um,
with settling in friendships?
I would say when you start recognizing that your friends are not girls, like,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? They're not really for you like that, but yet you've known them 20 years, so you
yeah.
just give them a pass. I feel
Mhm.
like that's a part of settling into a friendship. Y'all been friends for so long, so you, "Oh, okay, maybe that's not how she meant it," knowing you
Yeah,
know that's exactly how she meant it,
exactly. Because we give them a
and
pass. That's just
you
so
give
and
them a
so.
pass, yeah, and so I think sometimes we settle into those friendships by lowering the bar.
Mm, or what it means to be a true friend.
What it means, right, and, yeah, I've done that enough. I feel like after 45, I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm good, don't need that
I'm good.
anymore.
I'm good on you." And just kinda fade to black. I need consistency in my life, and
Mhm,
inconsistent friends, air
mhm.
quote, was just not a part of where I choose to put my energy. So, what about you?
Well, I have more male friends than I do female friends,
Mhm,
um,
mhm.
because
That's
it's a lot
different.
with us. Huh?
Yeah, that's very different.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
when women, right? We got
I
and I'm
prefer
including
them.
myself. I
Look, I
prefer
prefer them
males.
over us, same.
All day long, right?
Yeah,
So, with my friendships that I do have, the ones that are females, we connect. It's a
yeah,
good thing, right?
yeah.
But it is very difficult sometimes with my female friends than versus my male friends because they will shut it off, be like, Regina, no, you need to look at it from this perspective, that
Mhm,
perspective, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you have those other friends that will be your cheerleader when you don't need them to be your cheerleader.
mhm,
You need them to tell you honesty and truth, and they're
mhm,
telling you exactly what
mm.
they think you
I'm
want to
never
hear.
that friend.
I know, friend. I know T. I know
Like,
Tasha.
yeah, like, no, I'm not gonna do that ever, ever.
So we talked about friendships and we briefly talked about careers and neither
Yeah.
one of us are settling in our careers right now,
Yeah,
right?
no,
We're
no.
doing we're doing what we love. I was just telling you a situation before we got on camera was like I just like to finish things through. I want to
Same,
see it through,
same.
regardless, and it doesn't change whether I eat or not. I just want to
Right,
make sure I do my best. But
right.
when we talk about settling for careers and friendships, what about family?
Oh, that was for me?
Do you feel obligated? Because I know what I'm going to say. Because I don't feel obligated about family. When people say you marry into a family, blah blah blah, absolutely not. Because the only thing that matters are these four walls. Would I consider you? Sure, but
Mm.
no.
This was tricky for me, but I'm in a place now that I'll speak on it. But that
Okay.
whole you marry into a family, I used to be that person that, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep pouring into this even when people were mistreating me
Mhm,
or ignoring me." At this point, I just act like you don't exist when that's the energy you're giving me. So,
mhm,
um, because even family can be unhealthy,
mhm,
and what I was dealing with was very unhealthy for me, and so I chose me. And before
mhm,
I was just settled into it like, "Oh, this is what it is. This is how it's supposed to be, I guess." I didn't have in-laws before,
mhm.
so I thought, how the stereotype is
Yeah.
about mother-in-laws and all the things, and I was like, "Oh, that's not real." Well, it is.
I say it again.
It is, and, I allowed a lot of things to happen to me.
Mhm,
Being treated a certain way, talked to a certain way, and I just settled in, okay, well, I don't have to live with that or live with
mhm.
them, so it's okay, and it was not, and then one day I just woke up and said, "No."
See, for me, I always was saying, "No, I'm not having it. No, it's not
Mhm.
this. No, I'm not giving anyone a pass. Because if I don't give my own family a pass,
Right.
then I'm not gonna give this person a pass."
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where, "Oh, that's just Regina being mean or whatever." So I just stopped
Yeah.
because I don't care for
Right.
that part. Like, I cared so much that I would do more than the person that's related to them.
Okay. Yeah. That part.
So, but it was looking like I was the person that was doing less. And
Right.
remember when we talked about friendships, when you don't make that phone call, then
Yeah.
you don't get the call? Well, I
Yeah.
stopped making those phone calls.
Same. I stopped
And I
sending the
and
cards and signing other people's names. I stopped
oh,
doing all the things.
a block is on many people on the other side.
Yeah.
And if you try to call me from another number after I tell you about
Yeah.
yourself, Imma block that number too. Like, you
Um,
gonna learn one way or another.
yeah. But for those that are probably sitting here and listening to that, like, oh my God, that is me. You are not obligated to settle into
Mm-mm.
being mistreated by anyone. And if you
Nope.
needed permission, we just gave it to you. Cut that
Yeah,
off. Like, stop it.
stop it.
Um, I don't know. It took me 12 years, honestly, to say enough. Yeah, no, you're not going to say it. So I'm going to say
Mhm.
it for myself. And no,
It took me 10 years to stop caring that other people were thinking certain
I'm
things.
I'm just getting to the I don't care.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. I'm in the last years like, okay. Because no
Yeah.
matter what you do, they're going to have their opinion and I'm just in a
Mhm.
space now. It's like choose your heart and that's not a heart I choose.
Yeah, and that's I just had that happen,
Yeah.
surrounding a celebration, and I said,
Mhm.
I'm good." Have you?
Exactly.
Absolutely not. I told you I wasn't, and I'm
No.
not.
No.
And
Um
so, settling in that way, I felt like I was always pushing the needle, trying to do, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm just not." And then when your person tells you, "Stop doing it," and you still trying because you want
so
good.
yeah, so that's one of those to those listening, ask yourself, what is it costing you to
Mm,
settle? Whether that's relationship, career, family, what is it costing you? Because like for me, I told you, it was killing me emotionally to cuz everybody loves Tasha. I mean, and I honestly was struggling with the idea of how somebody just cannot stand me that
mhm,
really doesn't know me and I'm
mhm,
just giving all I got.
mhm,
And it was tearing my spirit up, honestly. And I didn't like who yeah, I was letting it. I didn't like who I was letting that situation make me become.
mhm.
However,
So your
it's not.
peace,
Yeah, it
you
just no. So
you were
um,
unsettled.
I was very unsettled, and it was
Mm,
affecting my household. And so, what's the cost of that? What's the
mm,
cost of settling into allowing people to treat you any kind of way and not feeling protected?
mhm.
So, to those that may be dealing with those types of situations, ask yourself, what is it costing you? And can
Yeah.
you afford it?
That's the big part, like, some people are like, "Oh, I can take it all day long," but can you
No.
afford it after years?
Yeah.
And then
It,
your
it takes a
situation
toll.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have different seasons in your life, from your
Yeah.
kids to your family, different things happen in your life, so to the people who are listening, again, what is it costing you? And can you afford to be this unhappy,
No.
right? Yeah, I can't juggle all these. I there's 4 people in our family. That's what
Yeah.
I love. I have lovely immediate family,
Yeah.
but in this house, and
Yeah.
when my honey says, "I don't care about nobody, but it's in this house." That's it.
Mhm.
And you're like, but then he's the most caring, giving, and I'd be like, "I
Mhm.
need you to stop. We're not
Yeah.
gonna go there.
Yeah.
We gotta keep moving." And let's do what we say we're going to do. But settling is different ways, from friendships to business, and then even how you treat yourself. Now, have you found yourself settling for things that you want, you deserve, but you don't give it to yourself for whatever reason? How's
Yeah.
that look like for you?
We talking now or before? Because now, without hesitation, I think that's just years of therapy. I'm like,
Mhm.
no, I deserve it. I want it. I'm gonna have it.
Mm.
Um, and I work hard for it. So,
Mhm.
but before, I think even just going through the things I've gone through. If you don't know, go check out
Mhm.
the other episodes. You'll learn a
There you
little bit
go.
more about my life. Um, there was a guilt. So
Mm.
I wouldn't do or focus on myself in that way because,
Mhm.
what about everybody else? And what
Mhm.
about this? And what about that? So I didn't. But at this point, my birthday was Friday. I went out. I went and bought what I wanted for myself. I smell real
Mhm.
good right now. My bracelets look really pretty right now,
Ooh, I love it.
Um, so I treat myself better and I treat myself well. And I stopped expecting others to do so when I can do that for myself. And I think once I got to a place of shifting my expectations of people, I shifted my disappointment. And
Mm.
so I no longer was settling into poor behavior, poor treatment, and all of those things. I just shifted my expectation. I
And by
know you're
shi
not crap. So I expect you to be exactly that. Not that was rough. Okay, sorry. No, but we're keeping it 100. Like,
Yeah.
shift your expectations, you shift your disappointment, and I have so much more peace in my life since I did
How
that.
long did it take you to get to that point? Because you said, are you talking about then or now?
In
Like,
the
when
last
did you come into the space?
about 45. So in the last 2 years,
Mm.
um, and a lot of people gonna say that's financially based. No, that's just
Mhm.
realizing my personal worth. Because when you settle into allowing people to treat you certain kind of ways, you can lose sight of who you know you are. And here I was in this big space, Tasha Prescott, and
Mhm.
yet personally, I was feeling about this small. But the
Mm.
other side of my life was big. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And people think they know you, but this one situation had me about this small. And I put
Mm.
myself through therapy and was like, how you got two separate lives and you're losing your confidence because of this situation. Like, it
Mhm.
really did some work on me. I was like, now wait a
Well,
minute.
that's
Hold
not
on. I've
I know
never
who I
been that
am.
person, but what
Yeah.
is happening? And so I had to turn it around because I was able to make a choice, and that choice was me. So
Mm.
I hope everyone gets to that space, hopefully sooner than I did. But I think I thought, well, I thought if I was vocal about how I truly felt, that there would be people I would lose. And I had to come to a space, well, if I lose them for choosing me, okay.
Then they
Because
weren't
that
supposed to
was
be
just
there.
another form of settling.
Yeah.
You're settling for less when you know you deserve more. Why? Because I give more. I give
Yes.
the most. So
You do.
I do. People don't realize it, child. Be quiet. I really do. So,
Well, for our listeners, when we talk about settling,
mhm,
what you accepted, what you deserve, and you talked about what we accept is one thing and what we deserve is a whole different thing. Like right now in my life,
mhm,
listeners, all of y'all listening, I'm so close to what I deserve in another part of my life.
mhm.
Like I this is working. Like you
Yeah.
said, you have two things going on, but like
Mhm.
I'm right there, and then
Yeah.
boom, life happens. Then I'm
Yeah.
right there, and boom, life happens. And I
Right.
had to
Wow.
realize that life's going to happen regardless if you are on the table, if you
Yeah.
are doing this, if you're doing that, life is going to happen.
Yeah.
And how do I bounce back from it? And this last time of bouncing back from being under the knife, it just was it was freeing, but it was like, am I still treading water 15 years later? I
Mm.
felt like I was still treading water.
Mhm.
And am I gonna settle to feel like this?
Mm.
Absolutely not.
No.
Just in this moment, this is where you're at. And
Yeah.
and I had to ask my doctor, is enough? Is enough like, and she had to remind me, Regina, you didn't make this choice. This is something that had to be done.
That part.
Right? But I
Yeah.
was in this thing where I'm just gonna be settling that I'm
Yeah.
always gonna have to have surgeries. I'm always
Yeah.
gonna have to do this and do that. And then she was like, yeah, this wasn't your choice. You didn't go out and make this happen.
Right.
So this has to be fixed. And enough will be enough when you say it is. Mm,
Mm.
That's when I was like, well, I should take that advice and run when I say it's
Yeah.
enough versus when somebody tells you it's enough.
Now, question.
Okay.
Do you think that women settle more than men?
If you asked me that 10 years ago, I would say yes.
Mm.
Um, I find that men are settling more, but I believe that we
We
still settle. But men are settling more in different aspects of their lives that I sometimes like, why are you letting that happen?
I think they settle more, but we complain about what we're settling about more.
This is true.
And that comes from somebody with a lot of guy friends too. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, well, you got a lot of guy friends. Do you feel like
Mhm.
they settle more than we do?
I find that they're the older they get,
Mm.
I mean, again, I'm a
Mhm.
woman of a particular age,
Yeah, yeah.
and
For those
some
that
stuff
don't
that
know, we're both over 45. We'll keep it there.
okay. How
That's
about
the
that?
magic number.
There you go. Um, and I find that some of my male friends are settling for women that should not be in their lives.
Now, see, this gonna be longer than we thought because I got to touch
Okay,
on
go.
this. Do
Okay.
you think they're settling or they're comfortable,
Well, in
or
this
is it
one,
the same thing?
it's the same thing sometimes, but this one, when I say that my friend is a good
Don't get
dude,
yourself in
right?
trouble.
Okay, good dude. I know. Let me preface this.
Let me let me
This happened
reel you in, bro.
a couple of years ago,
Okay.
and we invited them over for dinner. I've never seen him more smitten. Like, oh,
Um. Mhm.
but every time he gave her a compliment, she was like, "Oh, you're just saying that because all the other women you used to be with look like this and look like that." And he was like,
Oh, she had trauma. Okay.
"Yeah,"
Yeah. Yeah.
and she was gorgeous,
Of course.
hair,
Yeah.
makeup,
Yeah.
late
Yeah.
because she did all of that.
Friend, pull it in.
Well, it is, right? Well, it is. But every time he fed her a compliment that was so daring and
Mhm.
nice,
Mhm. She couldn't
she
handle
just
it.
hit back with the negative.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I hope he sees this, but I'm not gonna, who am I? You're gonna love who you're gonna love. He will obviously see it, and he did.
Yeah. That's good.
So that's good. So I felt like he was settling, but was it my place to say?
One more question on that.
Okay.
Is he of our age range?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think with men,
Mm-hmm.
they will label it as maturity versus
Mm.
settling. Like,
Mm. Okay.
men are very comfortable, simple beings most of the time.
Yeah.
And once they get into a pattern or something is familiar, it's easier to stay in that
Mm-hmm.
than start over. Whereas women, the right woman will start over a million different times.
Yeah.
And so this is why I feel like men settle more than we do. They just don't talk
Mm-hmm.
about it, or they say, in certain age, certain
Mm-hmm.
maturities, this is just the way it is. And the truth is they deserve more too.
They do.
They do. So
They
that's for
um
y'all fellas. You're welcome.
that's I do some of my friends, my male friends, I'd be like, they're good dudes.
You just want to slap them.
I
What you
just
doing?
want to slap them. Like, what you doing? Like that booty go sag one day. What you doing?
Probably already is, but listen, they be telling themselves, well, I got that one. I got to do
Okay.
work to get a different one. This is going so left.
But it's true because men do settle too, and we don't talk about that.
For sure. And that's why
Yeah.
I brought that up because, again, I have a lot of male friends too. And I do think that there is a level of settling within them. I think it also has to do with age. Young,
Yeah.
young fellas, please, you can't settle them down, nothing.
No,
Okay. They
no.
could care less. Um, but once they get of a certain age, I think, they could want out.
Mm-hmm. But they stay in.
They stay in. They
Mm-hmm.
stay in more than women. So honestly, and somebody not about to like what I'm about to say,
Go
but
ahead and say it,
when a
ma'am.
man pulls the trigger and leaves, oh,
Oh,
you didn't tapped into a whole nother level of tired
yes.
because it takes them a lot more than a woman to leave a situation,
I
relationship
agree.
wise. Yeah.
I
So
agree. Okay, you have me thinking of someone. I definitely agree. When they say when a
it's
woman's
like,
fed up.
"Whoa, that oh, no," but when a man is fed up and he
Oh,
actually leaves, please know he meant that.
and he's not doubling back most of the
He's
time.
not. He's not. No.
No. And
So,
he can still care and especially if you share whatever together. But when he's done, he's done.
yeah. So,
And
mm,
that's interesting. Thank you for bringing that up and
yeah.
clarifying that because that's true.
Because we
Because
gotta remember, we got some men out here listening to us too.
yeah,
And, give them their flowers because they deserve the same level of greatness that we
mm.
do. And a lot of people do not give them that.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When we talk about stereotypes that are out there, like when we just
Mhm.
talked about the mother-in-law and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but I hear that some people talk about how, oh, men are just gonna be men. They're always gonna cheat. They're always gonna do this. They're always gonna be like it's always a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, just because you haven't experienced it yet, well, I'm not putting that on the table. Like
Right.
that's not in my head right now. So
Right.
I'm not
Right.
putting that on the table. But we sometimes always settle
Mm-hmm.
for what the stereotype is
Right.
that's
Right.
put out there versus what's right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you believe that settling starts early because we're teaching our kids that this is all that's out there? We're teaching ourselves like this is the best you're going to get. So just
Oh,
settle down
child. This kind of goes back. What was that? Episode 1 or 2 when we were talking about what moms be instilling in their daughters?
too. Mhm.
Um, she said 2. Thank you. I am not a stereotype person. There's something I want to say, but all the women will be like, "Did she just say that?" I did.
I think you should.
I don't think that stereotype is correct as far as men and all men cheat and all of that. No, all sad, hurt, misunderstood, lonely, unheard people
Mhm.
have the capacity to do that. It is not just men. And
Mm.
I think that people are teaching their daughters that, and most of the time it's a bitter woman that's doing it. So I'm taking up for the fellas because that's just not true. And the problem is, instead of thinking, oh, this stereotype, we should be thinking why.
Mm. Mm.
You can't keep talking about something you view as a problem, but not discuss the problem. It's kind of, okay, this is the marketing brain, right? So if
Okay.
you want to sell something, you focus on what problem is it solving. So
Yes.
if you want to sell me the idea that all men cheat, why?
Mhm.
Tell me why.
Yes.
Focus on the why, because that's what you need to be focused on versus a stereotype that somebody told to you that most likely is probably not even true.
Because when we settle for stuff, we also accept stuff that we
We
shouldn't
do.
accept.
Right. So, oh, child, if people listen, they about to come for me. um,
I love it. I love it.
they're
I
gonna
know
come for
we're a
me.
little bit
But
over. I know we're a
yeah, it's
little bit
fine.
over, but I love this conversation
Yeah,
that we're
because I think
having because it's
it's
needed.
necessary. Well,
It's
this is the
necessary.
problem in most relationships. They're not having these conversations. And as a matter of fact, most people are getting married before having the real conversations.
I'm so happy that we had counseling before marriage
Yeah. Yeah.
because sickness hit us before health.
Right. That.
And if we didn't talk about what this looks like, are you still going to be with me if I don't have a limb?
Right.
Are you still going to be with
Right.
me? Like we had all those
Yeah.
conversations, but we
Yeah.
had to do that early. So the
Yeah.
first 5 years was huh,
Yeah.
sickness.
Yeah.
And then when the health peaked, it was like, oh, now children.
Yeah.
Now this, so the situation, so settling is could be in so many different ways for our health. You said
Yeah.
people, I was about to say something really bad.
I saw it on your face. And on that note,
I was about to say something. Oh, that's why when the lives come, it's gonna be.
it's gonna be dangerous, girl. It's gonna be dangerous. Listen,
What else are we adding before I get
so to
myself in
our
trouble?
listeners, and you are settling. All
Yeah.
right. I'm talking to you. Look right in this camera.
Mm-hmm.
Um, are you staying in whatever it is because you're happy or because you're comfortable?
Mm.
Because a lot of people don't want to get uncomfortable. I'll be honest. I've never chosen to be uncomfortable, but I've been made to be uncomfortable. Does that make sense?
Mm. That
So
does.
it's like back in 2008 when I lost my nice little cushy government job, I was ready to go, but I wouldn't leave. Who leaves a
Mm.
great job? So God said, no problem. I'm going to
Yeah.
take it from you. Go figure it out now.
Mm.
And I started the business. So it's one of those where what would happen if you decided to choose you and
Mm.
stop settling into the mess?
And remembering that choosing you doesn't mean that you're not in the relationship with the person in front of you.
Exactly.
Like I
Communicate.
said, you can show up better. And then before we end this, I need to ask this. Do you
Uh,
ever find yourself,
uh-oh.
we talk all of this, right?
Yeah.
We have great conversations, right? Closet conversations. Do you ever find yourself saying, I should be taking my own advice?
Oh, every time.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and listen to our podcast like a listener.
Yes. And it hits.
It does.
It
Isn't that
hits.
funny though?
It's funny. And it's funny when my loved one listens to it. And sometimes say, oh, you said that?
Right.
Okay. But I hope it's a conversation starter for us.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
So
We're not gonna go there.
no,
So
we're not. So
what do they need to
guys,
do? Where can they find us?
everywhere.
Everywhere. We are everywhere. And like we said, we want to come live to you guys. So you need to continue to follow us on YouTube, but subscribe so you know when our podcasts are showing up. We're popping them up normally on Thursday, but sometimes
Yes.
Facebook, since they give us so much love, they get a sneak peek. They get more reels than you do.
Right.
So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure that you follow. That way you can actually contact us at closetconversation26@gmail. We're looking forward to the next letter.
Yeah.
Because Closet Conversations with Regina and Tasha, it's just that.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get because we never know what the heck we're gonna say sometimes. We start out one way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it takes a turn to where it needs to go. So I would say you never know, but you're always gonna learn something.
Every single time.
It's going to be a pocket of truth in there that you can take from that. And then you'll see Tasha and I reel each other back.
I think we did a whole lot of fishing and reeling back in on this one.
On this one.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk more about it,
yeah,
email us. Make a comment. Yes. We'll discuss. Because everybody always asks us, well, when are you going to have guests? Where our guest is our conversations. Yeah. Like we'll bring you in through your letters and we'll keep it private so people won't know who you are. But right now, it's just us.
It's just us.
It's just us. And us is a lot. And we love it. We love it. Well, Tasha, I'll let you close this one out.
All right, guys. So, we were talking about when do we start settling? Let's focus on when are we going to stop settling. It's been real. Regina, as always, fantastic conversation. Everyone else, we can't wait to hear from you. And until next time, we're out.
We're out. Bye.